Good evening, dear friends, and welcome. Welcome to our midnight soiree, and we are so apologetic for running so late. And we do apologize on behalf of Sister Miriam and myself, and I was so looking forward. Just sat here resting. But please God, Sister Miriam will get her PC sorted out and hopefully will cover for me on Sunday. So welcome. Good to have you with us again. And I would like you to just relax for a moment. Just be still. Come to your heart. Your heart, as you know, is your teacher. And your teacher is the gateway to your soul, the gateway to your God. And we begin by lighting a candle for global peace and for all gathered here this evening, or this morning now. So we light this light in the name of our beloved Father, Mother, God Supreme, who loves life, in the name of the risen cosmic Christ, in the name of our Father, Mother, God, who creates life, in the name of the risen cosmic Christ, who loves life, in the name of the Spirit, who is the fire of life, in the name of Gaia, our beloved Earth Mother, who nurtures the divine in all life, in the name of all faith traditions and none, for they are the children of the loving God, our brothers and sisters, and in the name of spiritual diversity, on behalf of all my brothers and sisters, members of the Teo community of Interfaith Franciscans, we welcome you to our table, where all are equal in the eyes of God. And I begin by coming to you from my heart, because I wasn't prepared to do the soiree this evening, so I'm coming to you again from the heart, the teacher, and I'm guided to read to you the following. Getting through together is the reflection that we had today. Two people are better off than one. If one falls, the other can reach out and help. And that reminds me why we gather here. Because so many of us fall down, and the love and the support we receive from each other empowers us, don't you think, to get up again. Amy Simpson says, when our children were 4 and 6, I discovered I was pregnant. 2 weeks later, I miscarried, sending us on an emotional roller coaster. While I recuperated, my husband held up wonderfully. But as soon as I was physically well, the loss hit him. He was withdrawn. He didn't want to visit his family. He just wanted to be home, whereas I wanted to forget, to move on, to be around people. When a couple of faces something that affects them differently, how do you make it work? Tell your spouse what you need. Sometimes emotions are so overwhelming, you don't know what you need. Do you need space? Do you want to talk? Do you want to be around people or be alone? Listen to your mate's feelings. You may both have very, very different needs. deal with the core issue. My husband didn't want to visit his family, and as we talked, we discovered the real issue was he didn't think they would be very supportive. Plus, he didn't have the energy for a 70-mile road trip. Be willing to compromise. I wanted to do something fun even if it wasn't with his family. We were able to meet both our needs by getting together with family members closer to home. Get help. Sometimes there's no way to compromise. One spouse wants to talk and the other can't bear to bring it up again. Find a counselor or someone who's spiritual, preferably a spiritual friend who can temporarily fill the gap. Having others pray with you and for you makes a huge difference. But protect the intimacy in your marriage and don't let anything or anyone come between you and your spouse. But what is that saying to someone who isn't married, like me? Or what is it saying to someone who's divorced, or single, or whose loved one has crossed over? So, getting through together with another physical person doesn't really apply, does it? But for me, getting through together with God is a possibility. But you have to be willing to trust. You have to be willing to share your concerns with God. You have to be willing to meet God halfway and say it as it is and not pretend, not play games. And the way to do that, if you're at a crossroads and you need guidance, is first to be still, put your cards on the table with God, and say it as it is. If you need help, spell it out. Say exactly what you need. If you're at a crossroads and you're lost and you're not sure which way to go, whether it's forward or backward, to the left or to the right, it's a bit like driving a car and that you're on a busy highway and you've written down the instructions of where you've to go, but the traffic behind you is pressuring you to make a decision. The lights have started to go green. You're not sure whether you turn right, turn left, or go forward, or turn around. So what do? Follow your heart. So many people today rely on other people to tell them what to do. And that's why I'm very reluctant to say to anybody, this is what you should do. Because if it goes wrong, guess who the first person is they blame? You, of course. In prayer, it is always good to ask God for guidance and then sit back and wait for the answer to come. It might take a day or two, it might take a week or 3, but the answer will come. If you're an impatient sort of person, what I found from experience, God leaves you wait longer. But if you're of a trusting disposition and not a lastminute.com operator, then you'll be given your answer almost immediately. So that I share with you after many, many years of supporting clients in pastoral counselling. If you're impatient and you want it yesterday, you're going to wait some time. And part of the lesson is that God will teach you to be patient. It might do your head in, it might blow your brains out, but at the end of the day, if you're a person that's me, wants everything done your way, then I hate to disappoint you. But God doesn't work like that. God sees the whole person, not just the person who sat in front, not just the person who's demanding. He sees the child of God that may need to be taught an important life lesson, such as trust. Trust. But what is trust? What is trust? That's not a word that's warmly accepted today in the modern world. Trust. I trust that all my needs will be met in the fullness of time. I know that God does not do want. God does need food, water, clothing, peace of mind. He does not do need. There's no point praying to God for funding to help you when you've got a bank balance that would carry you through at least another week. Trust means to trust. It means to wait patiently on God, not on what you think you know. And I had to learn that lesson the hard way. It took me 50 years, and I don't want to learn it again. Trust me, God treats us all equally and fairly, but you do not dictate to God, and quite rightly so. Let us just be still and listen to our heart. But today, people don't want to listen to their heart. They're too busy. Oh, I'm too busy, Brother Sean. I've got a mountain of jobs to do. I've got to be in work in 10 minutes. I'll do it when I come home. You come home tired, you go to bed. You have to be disciplined. Disciplined is not a nice word today. Oh no, because we live in a culture of me, and I've seen it here with a little girl who came with her mom. And me. She's got everything but not discipline. And I've made a whole supply of cakes for her birthday and she wanted to get her hands on them. And I said, no, they're not for you. They're for your friends. And the face she gave me, the look of displeasure. I said, you can pucker your lips with your mom, but not with me. I made you a special cake that you can have a piece of. But all these little cakes that I've made, they're not for you. They're for your friends, for you to share them. And I got a sense of resentment that she did not want to share. I found that she was, despite her age of being 8, she was selfish, and her mom ruined her. Whatever she asked for, she got. She was only in our house 10 minutes, and she fell in love with Winston, one of the dogs, the Cavaliers. And she said, Mum, I want. And I said, no, you're not. You've got 2 dogs at home and you don't look after them. You've got a bunny rabbit and it's now living with the chickens because you couldn't look after it. Why doesn't your mum buy you a boa constrictor or a python? What's one of them? A huge snake. And you can bring it to bed with you, but the problem is you may not be awake in the morning. You might be inside the belly of the snake. So it's not good always to ask for what you don't need. Let's leave it at that and listen to this. John Michael Talbot. Just listen to the words.
You shall cross the barren desert, and you shall not die of thirst. You shall wander far in safety, though you do not know the way. You shall speak your words in foreign lands, and all will understand. You shall see the face of God and live. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. Blessed are your poor, for the kingdom shall be theirs. Blessed are you that weep and mourn, for one day you shall laugh. And if wicked tongues insult and hate you, all because of me. Blessed, blessed are you. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I
not afraid. How many times have you heard those words? Be not afraid. Be not afraid. What does it mean for you? Be not afraid. Well, you know, the cosmic Christ says to your heart again tonight, this new day, be not afraid. For I called you by your name, you are mine. Do you believe those words? Because if you do believe them, then you will know in here, in your soul, in your DNA, that A, you are loved, B, a child of God. And that means that nothing will harm you unless you've agreed to it as part of your sacred contract. And yet, enlightened spiritual beings and workers of light who know this spend too much energy worrying about, oh my God, I don't think I can do that. Oh, I'm not prepared for that. Oh, I'll have to see, I'll have to think about it. You were called by name, and God asks nothing of you. Nothing except to surrender your heart, to surrender your fear, your worry, your anxiety, your stress, your tension, and hand it over. But many hand it over and many take it back, and they start worrying again. So it's counterproductive. So how do you nip it in the bud? You ask God for help, not just once a day, but many times a day. Many, many times each day do I have to say to God, Lord God, give me strength to cope with these builders and all the noise and the dust. Help me not to overreact. Help me to be calm. Today was one such example. On Wednesday, because we'd no power from 9:30, he told us it would be off for 2 hours. It came back on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was aware that I had a Skype call with one of our community to show them how to use the live stream channel. And I was just finishing an email apologizing for being late. The power went off again. I go back to write the email, it goes off again. And there was a part of that process where I wanted to go ballistic and get really angry and run into the garage and say, what are you doing? And something said, don't. Be still. Be still. Take a deep breath. Bite your tongue. And I'm so glad I did. But then this evening when we came to have hot water, the hot water system didn't come on, nor did the central heating, and it was getting cold. So we go into the garage where the boiler is, and there we find the boiler not switched on. They'd removed the socket but left the plug. And I'm thinking, dear God, what do we do? And you'll never guess what. Something said to me to look at the floor. And I looked at the bottom of the floor and I could see a light coming through from the old kitchen. And I thought, wow. I looked around the garage to see if there was an extension lead, and there it was. So we fed the extension lead through into the kitchen, we plugged it in and connected the central heating, and now we have heat and hot water. But you have a choice. You either lose your cool or you stay calm. And everything is sent to us not to try us, not to discourage us, but to bring out the inner strength that we have and to put our trust in God. Well, let us now put our trust in God. Let us come as a child of God and let us present ourselves as we are. Let us present our case to God and let us be truthful to our feelings and say it as it is and bless those feelings and now release them to God and just step back and allow the Christ reach down and touch you as he is now. He's coming down to touch you because he loves you. He loves you because you are special to God. You're a one-off creation. The mold that you came from was destroyed at your birth. You may find a look-alike, but you'll never find another person exactly like you. Under my breath I'm saying, thank God, nobody finds another like me. But let us come back to the truth. If you are hurting, if you are confused, if you are uncertain, there is a way forward. The mind will give you many excuses to avoid the truth. It will face you with many obstacles. It will discourage you from facing your fear and your truth. It will tell you to go out, to go for a walk or go and see some friends. Waste time rather than face fear. You have to choose. Do you wish to face your fear with God's help? And if you do, you'll be healed of it. But if you use every excuse in the book rather than face your fear, then you will wait a long time before fear is taken from you. Why? Because you're disingenuous to God and to your heart. Let us come to our heart. And let us now ask the cosmic Christ to place his healing touch on our heart and fill us with the peace of God, to fill us with the healing oils of God, with the healing touch of God. Let us be humble. Let us be still. And in the presence of God, we say thank you, God. Thank you, dear God. Come, Holy Spirit, fill us with your love. Send us your peace so that we may acknowledge who you are and be strong. Be strong in the face of adversity. For you are a mighty God. You are the Prince of creation. And if your God formed you in your mother's womb and provided for you at birth to the present day, then why not trust him to the very end? Trust.